Oh, honey, grab your tea because what I'm about to tell you will make your jaw drop and your latte curdle. You think you've seen fashion drama before? Think again. This time, it's Meghan Markle. Yes, the Duchess of Sussex herself, who's getting a frosty reception from the fashion world. And when I say frosty, I mean Antarctica-level cold. Picture this: Paris Fashion Week. The city glittering under the flash of cameras, the elite gliding through champagne-soaked afterparties, couture gowns brushing the marble floors. Everyone who's anyone was there, except Meghan. That's right, Meghan Markle, the woman who once made headlines for what she wore, suddenly wasn't invited anywhere. Balenciaga, Dior, Chanel, you name the house. They all quietly turned their backs. Balenciaga in particular, ice, cold, not a single nod, not a whisper of welcome. And people are talking, like really talking. Whispers started circulating faster than paparazzi flashes. Was this deliberate, or did Meghan just fall out of fashion's good graces? Because let's be honest, when a celebrity suddenly stops getting those gold-embossed invites to the front row, the rumor mill starts grinding like it's on espresso shots. Meghan's absence wasn't just noticeable, it was glaring. No red carpet strolls in couture, no Duchess of modern chic headlines, no signature minimalist glam on the Paris streets, just silence. And in fashion, darling, silence screams louder than scandal. Fashion insiders whispered that her name had been on some invitation lists. But those invites? Never sent. Her designs? Never pitched. Her PR team? Getting radio silence from every brand. One insider even confessed, "We looked at her, but it didn't feel right." Ouch. That's the kind of passive-aggressive snub you can feel through your Givenchy gloves. But this isn't just about fabric and fashion weeks. It's about power, image, and politics. Because let's face it, in the glittering world of couture, alliances are everything. Meghan's image, as one exec put it, has become volatile. Every tabloid whisper, every royal rumor, every Netflix headline, it's all noise. And brands? They hate noise. They crave control. They want pristine perfection. Not drama, not lawsuits, not royal feuds that trend on Twitter. So what do? They don't send press releases. They don't throw shade online. They just pull back. Quietly, elegantly, discreetly. They freeze her out. And the wildest part? No one says a word. No statements, no explanations, just icy silence that echoes through the catwalks. That's how you kill a reputation in the fashion world. Not with gossip, but with absence. One Paris executive spilled the tea saying, "Fashion is fickle. Glamour fades. We don't take sides. We wait until the dust settles." Translation: someone powerful told us to step back. Think about it. This wasn't random. This was calculated. This was strategic. The message, loud and clear. Meghan Markle, your seat at the table is gone. It's not about her style. Her taste has always been flawless. It's not about her influence. She's got plenty. It's about control. The unspoken hierarchy that decides who gets the front row and who gets left outside holding an umbrella in the rain. And honey, right now, Meghan's standing out in that Paris drizzle. But wait, the plot thickens. According to insiders, this wasn't just bad timing. There's chatter that one major fashion house, and we're talking old money, royal alliances kind of powerful, was pulling strings behind the scenes. Why? Because they didn't want Meghan stealing their thunder. They didn't want her overshadowing certain royal adjacent figures. They didn't want unmanaged attention. So they quietly made sure she was cut from the guest lists. And in fashion, once one powerhouse makes a move, everyone else follows. It's like couture herd mentality. You don't question it. You just nod, sip your espresso, and move along. Imagine it. Meghan planning her Paris looks, prepping her glam, expecting her usual VIP treatment, only to find out that the doors had been shut, her name erased, invitations that never arrived. That's not just rejection, that's humiliation. The sting of being iced out so cleanly that you can't even call it discrimination, because technically no one said anything, no one did anything, they just didn't include her. It's social death by silence, a quiet exile wrapped in luxury packaging. But you know Meghan, she's no stranger to storms. Her team reportedly went into overdrive right after Paris. They wanted to spin the story, make it look like she was being selective, that she chose not to attend the big shows. Nice try, but insiders weren't buying it. Because here's the truth, you can't decline what you were never invited to. Behind closed doors, a few allies tried to step in. A London stylist, someone who's dressed Meghan before, reached out to two major brands trying to test the waters for collaborations. The responses? Polite but distant. One said, "We're fully booked this season." The other? Ghosted. And in fashion, ghosting means one thing: you're out. But it's not that Meghan's lost her sense of style. Oh no, she still knows how to command a room in beige, black, or camel better than anyone. Her look is still polished, modern, sophisticated, that perfect blend of California chic and royal refinement. The problem isn't the clothes, it's the baggage. Because in fashion, perception is currency. And right now, Meghan's is considered risky. Too many headlines, too many opinions, too much circus. One Paris insider summed it up perfectly. No one hates her. They're just tired. Too much noise. That's the killer phrase, too much noise. In an industry obsessed with perfection, even a whisper of unpredictability can get you exiled. And that's exactly what's happening. Quietly, strategically. Now, here's the part that stings the most. Just a few years ago, Meghan Markle was it. The moment she stepped out in that stunning Givenchy gown by Claire Waite-Keller, the fashion world gasped. It wasn't just a wedding dress, it was a declaration. A symbol of modern royalty, simplicity, grace, power, all in one breathtaking silhouette. Designers lined up like eager school kids waiting to be chosen for group projects. Everyone wanted a piece of her. She was the muse, the modern Duchess, the face of change. But fast forward to now, and suddenly, that very same world is acting like they've never met her. Balenciaga's distance was just the opening act. Dior, Chanel, both keeping things politely neutral. No invitations, no partnerships, no statements, just blank space. And if you know fashion, you know that blank space is deadlier than public shade. It means limbo. And in fashion, limbo is worse than hate. It's invisibility. For Meghan, the silence must feel deafening. Behind the scenes, she's not sitting idle. Sources close to her say she's been busy, planning a relaunch of her lifestyle brand, a big comeback that was supposed to include exclusive collaborations with beauty and fashion houses. But guess what? Those talks are stalling. Apparently, investors are playing the waiting game. They want to see how public opinion shifts before they commit their millions. Translation? We like you, Meghan, but we're not sure if the crowd still does. That's the brutal truth of fame. It's a popularity contest with designer price tags. Still, Meghan isn't someone who fades quietly into the background. She never has been. Even now, her name sparks debate in every boardroom. Not about what she'll wear next, but whether working with her is worth the noise. Here's the cruel irony. Both fashion and fame run on momentum. Once it slows, people move on to the next muse, the next it girl, the next scandal. And right now, Meghan's name doesn't spark inspiration. It sparks caution. Brand directors aren't asking, can she elevate us? They're whispering, can we handle her headlines? Still, if there's one thing Meghan knows how to do, it's turn chaos into opportunity. She's been underestimated before. Remember when people said she'd never find her footing after stepping down from royal life? And yet, boom, Netflix deals, podcast exclusives, massive media coverage. She always finds a way to flip the script, so don't be shocked if she does it again. There's talk, quiet but persistent, that Meghan might pivot to American designers next. After all, the US fashion scene is a little more forgiving, a little less steeped in royal politics. Ralph Lauren, Proenza Schouler, maybe even new sustainable labels that align with her modern Duchess meets eco-queen vibe. She could totally reinvent herself, and that's something Meghan excels at. If she plays this right, she could build a whole new narrative from the ground up. A comeback story not born from royal titles or Fashion Week invites, but from resilience and reinvention. And for Meghan, a woman who's spent years fighting to control her own story, that must feel like the coldest cut of all. So where does she go from here? Two roads, really. She could fade into the background, let the silence speak, and wait for the world to move on to its next obsession. Or, and this is far more likely, she could rise again, stronger, smarter, and even more unbothered. Because Meghan's too strategic, too self-aware, and too savvy to stay down for long. If she can't get a seat at the table, she'll build her own damn table, and probably make it trend on Instagram while she's at it. And when she does, you know what's going to happen. Those same fashion houses that ghosted her, they'll come knocking again, champagne in hand, pretending they always believed in her. Because that's how this glittering, cutthroat world works. It's not about loyalty, it's about relevance. So yes, right now, Meghan Markle's been frozen out of the Paris fashion elite. Her name has been whispered, her image managed, her presence politely erased. But let's not get it twisted. This isn't the end. If history's shown us anything, it's that Meghan doesn't stay out in the cold for long. She knows how to make frost melt, and when she does, the fashion world will have no choice but to take notice. And oh, when that happens, won't it be delicious? Because nothing tastes sweeter than revenge served in couture.